maniacal professor. This is an accurate depiction of Pokemon. I mean, if you really think about it, the concept of the games is a little messed up. You know, a bunch of young kids capturing creatures and then pitting them against each other in fight clubs for money. But it's a video game. It's not real. Not a single person on the planet played Pokemon and was suddenly like, you know what? Fuck animals. But PETA was at it again with their Animal Crossing promotion on TikTok. They stormed the museum like angels on a battlefield and demanded Blathers empty the tanks. The thing is, you have to donate fish and bugs to Blathers in order for him to build the museum. They stormed the museum. So members of PETA did that and then went into the museum to protest the animals that they donated to the museum. You what? This article has a perfect headline. PETA storms Animal Crossing to protest treatment of digital animals.
Extra long.
Do you ever think you're wasting your time when you're playing video games? You don't know what wasting time really is. Some hot takes are so outrageous, you have to assume the person is trolling. This channel I found is exclusively hot takes. Neo 2 sucks, Animal Crossing sucks, Resident Evil 3 Remake sucks, Ghost of Tsushima sucks. Every game sucks, gaming is dead. This is the worst year for me ever.
Number 30, aka the king of gaming, the king of YouTube, the realest gamer on the internet, the 100% fact spitter, the higher level thinker, the leader of the real gamer movement, the king of anime, the king of manga, and the one who's better than you in every way.
This dude has more titles than Daenerys Targaryen.
Even though most of you idiots on this channel simply do not deserve it. Shout out to the people who donated to keep this channel alive. I was ready to walk away from YouTube. I had my bags packed, ready to never return, never upload again. I had made a video saying if I did not receive any donations, I was done.
I like the whole insult my fan base while e-begging angle. I'm barely putting any time whatsoever into making this content, and I'm not getting what I deserve. It's not my horrible attitude, lack of talent, or shallow character that's to blame. It's my audience, of course.
I was just tired of putting out these amazing high quality videos that you can't find anywhere else.
Where else are you gonna watch 15 minutes of a static background with no gameplay or editing? I'm honestly not sure if this channel is satire or not.
How can you consider yourself a gamer, a person of intelligence?
Start 60, open hairpin right tightens, into one left, extra long. Good luck.
Individual. Doom has been garbage since its creation. I remember playing the old school Doom games and thinking, oh, so this is what being a loser feels like. This is what, being a low-level thinker feels like, because only losers will be playing a game like this.
By the way, this Doom Eternal video was posted 8 days before the game came out. Just something to think about. Unbiased Katie is one of the best trolls, and even I was fooled by this. You shouldn't be playing video games. The chemical that your brain produces when you play video games is the same chemical that your brain produces when you commit murder. I fell for this. I thought this was real, but then you go to some of her other posts, this is clear satire. Men should not be allowed to play sports or participate in any activity that involves exercise. Oh man. This one actually just recently happened. Apparently people are boycotting 343 for removing a police-themed nameplate in MCC. I know that police brutality is a sensitive subject, but that's kind of ridiculous to protest over. I also think it's stupid to remove imagery of police officers as if the concept of law enforcement is like inherently offensive. Is anybody complaining about this in oblivion? I don't think so.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
A lot of hot takes tend to revolve around inclusivity and representation in video games. People are pissed when a white guy is the protagonist in a new Star Wars game. People are upset when a black guy is on the cover of a Battlefield game. Where does it end? You can't win. Both takes? Equally dumb. I just think it's incredibly unhealthy to obsess over skin color or demographics in a video game to the point where you just completely dismiss it. Oh, this character doesn't look, sound, and talk exactly like me. It's not worth playing. It's such a closed-minded perspective. Obviously, we should celebrate diversity and include more unique perspectives. That has to be done in a thoughtful way. Otherwise, it's just tokenism. Strong female protagonist. And no single piece of media is ever going to represent every person from every country and every background. Media is not a checklist, nor should any reasonable person expect it to. Rarely is the casting, race, and gender of characters an issue in storytelling, and never have I seen it be an issue in game mechanics. So you have to wonder, do people simply want diversity of skin color or diversity of thought? Again, I'll refer back to that Witcher 3 race controversy. You have a video game, extremely popular video game, but from a perspective hardly ever seen in video games, aside from World War II. But, too many white people. How problematic. I think you're doing yourself a disservice by trying to create this paradigm, this American paradigm, and apply it to like every type of people from every country and person, as if that representation is that simple. There is no unified standard. Game is set in Africa. Oh no, it has black zombies. Racism. Game is set in New Orleans. Also has black zombies. Oh no, racism. So what next? Are we going to complain that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice has too many Japanese people in it? Some games should strive to be inclusive, and others don't really need to be. Dragon Age, Mass Effect, KOTOR are awesome because they're real characters' choices. You can choose who you romance, what you look like, male or female. Cyberpunk 2077 seems to be going down that road too. So let's celebrate these games and what they've done, rather than try to take what they've done and apply it to everything else. I guess the big takeaway is don't let people make you feel bad for enjoying video games. Take care of your responsibilities. Try not to take everything so seriously. And there is room for in-depth socio-political discussions about video games. However, a lot of these analysis-type articles and videos are nothing more than rage bait, where the writer has to literally force concepts in a game where they don't belong and try to analyze why this is problematic because of it. So those are some of the worst game hot takes I could find. Like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
Video game actually allows you to be a terrorist impressed and unseen early heavy right. Games come out, you'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody will even unseen open heavy left. When we talk about the greats of this generation, right? No world champion, 30 just bare minimum. This is not true. It's not rest suddenly heavy right. Game of the year. Winner is long crest suddenly heavy right. Opens.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today, smell what the Act Man's cooking. It's more terrible gaming hot takes. You ever take a fat dump on your steak before throwing it on the grill? That's what it smells like. So, let's jump into it, alright? What do we got today? Remember when video games had bare titties because why not? God of War used to be a series worth playing. Now Kratos has feelings. Remember when Kratos used to jack off after he beat every boss and he'd look at some popcorn? Now this motherfucker has feelings.
No, I don't have feelings, because feelings are gay.
It is slow, extra long, for the crest tightness.
God, what pussy? Pussy do got feelings. That's why he's doing any of the shit he's doing. How do you go from this to this? It's such a downgrade in sex appeal. Game Freak needs to do better when they make the new Pokemon. Sometimes I hate long of a crest gaming community. It's a fucking child's game. You're making a child's game starring children. There needs to be no sex appeal, except for Cynthia and Professor Oak. I will no longer play the characters of Killjoy and Raisin Valorant because they're being homosexual. Thank you for ruining my gaming experience. Why did they have to be gay? Why did they have to like vagina instead of penis? Remember when we can just talk about video games and we talk about why they were bad or why they were good? Can we just go back to that, please? This was a Netflix show. Kratos' son would be gay. and Kratos Afro-American. But since it's Amazon, I think the casting will be good, but the plot will be very disappointing. Boy, do I have news for you about who plays Kratos. Fucking got him. Gamers be like, we need to reduce crunch in development and complain when devs do something that reduces their workload. People who complain about crunch are just incels who hate on The Last of Us Part 2. That's gotta be, that's the most obvious troll I've ever seen. Someone sent me this image up. My love for Blizzard games outweighs my dislike of
Into 6 fight.
The other thing is, I don't know anyone personally that was harmed, so I couldn't care any less. I also pre-ordered those games before any of this came to light. Where to begin? I don't know who on God's green earth could have written this, but they clearly wrote it to justify whatever purchases or time they spend playing Blizzard games. It's like, you don't have to justify it. Just because some bad shit happened doesn't mean you are morally reprehensible for playing a game. It's up to you if you want to boycott the company or not. I respect it either way. But like, you don't have to justify that by saying, well, I don't know anyone who was sexually assaulted at Blizzard, so fuck that. What? Elden Ring's Millennia embodies From Software's problems with women. Knock knock, who's there? Polygon. Polygon who? Poly gonna give you another bad article to read? Why do FromSoft games always bring out like the worst opinions in everyone? So it talks about Millennia, Blade of Mikola. This enigmatic warrior captured the audience from the moment she appeared, and she featured prominently in the rest of the game's marketing. But instead of becoming an uncontested favorite, she frustrated fans and revealed the limitations of From Software's imagination. This is a critique I have never once heard before. I mean, I've heard people complain that Millennia is a hard fight, maybe too hard for some. Definitely not me. But I've never heard someone describe it as unimaginative. It's such a legendary, iconic boss fight of the game. Like, they made a freaking statue of her. Millennia exemplifies the way FromSoft writes women in its games. Whether bosses or NPCs you meet in the wild, these women have a shared condition. They exist in tragically declined worlds, so like every character in From Software games, sharing a specific brokenness, disfigurement, abandonment, and loss. So like every character in From Software games, they are afflicted by gender? Afflicted by gender. And the cure for when they are obstacles instead of mutely helpful is for the player to enact succinct violence. What the fuck is that sentence? What? You killed a bad guy. Bad guy could be a dude, could be a dude melded together with a dragon. Bad guy could be a giant knight. That giant knight could be a chick, it could be a dude. You killed a bad guy. The broader gaming community usually reacts harshly towards female characters. I think just the dumb parts of the gaming community, or maybe you could change this to say that the broader gaming community usually reacts harshly to poorly written characters. But then again, some people also call female protagonists woke, which is also dumb. But that's like two sides of the same stupidity spectrum. It's like gamers don't like female characters, and having a female character is woke. It's like they're both equally dumb, which makes the Soulsborne community's embrace of female characters feel positive on the surface. When that attraction feels based on that empty, emotionless state or reduces them to infantilized waifus, you realize that hostility and that fondness spring from the same deep sexist roots, twins intertwined. Okay, so a lot to unpack here. What I will say is the article's very well written. It has big words. I'm not saying it's good or I agree, but, you know, homie's been reading a thesaurus. But like, how From Software writes women. I mean, Firekeepers, yeah, they're kind of similar, but you can make that point. But they're all like motherly figures to represent the comfort of the hub zones, which are typically an escape or refuge from the harsh environments outside.
Ah! What the fuck? What the fuck? What?
So yeah, it helps to have someone like mother you and cradle you. Like, I'm not sure what the point is or why Millennia, Blade of Mikola is used as an example. This article comes across like a kid fresh out of college who's trying to prove themselves with what they think are mind-blowing assertions, but it's really just a bunch of dumb shit. From Software's female characters who deviate from this quiet, doll-like appearance are still written with a lack of emotionality, which feels close to masculine stoicism. Okay, so we can't have strong female protagonists because that's too masculine? Is that what you're saying? What? Why am I reading this? Soulsborne games are infamous for challenging their audiences and over the years have attracted a particular kind of player base, often men. What are you even upset about? What are you butthurt about? I don't get it. Millennia's boss fight is punishingly difficult, and the audience's hostility and competitive attitudes about it are often steeped in gender toxicity. How? Numerous Reddit posts, YouTube videos, and tweets talk about players' failures or successes while littered with sexist slurs, and one of these links goes to a search result on Twitter for Millennia, bitch. What is the... How can you be so good with words yet so dumb? People also fell back into the usual community discourse about which methods of beating her were more valid and which ones made you a pussy. And success over her took on a weird masculinized chest beating at times.
I beat Millennia, no summons. Me have the biggest penis. Women suck.
Is that what you think we are? Is that what you think we're doing? When faced with a difficult, defiant woman who has never been beaten, men cannot help but fantasize about being the one to take her down. Or maybe someone just wants to beat the hard boss, because it's a hard boss. Why is it men? Women can like these games too, you jack off. Women continue to populate the path as either passive helpmeets or predictable obstacles, which the fan base is all too happy to step over. I feel like every single complaint this person has, or point they're trying to make, could be applied to men as well. They either help you or they don't. Speaking of Elden Ring, it recently won Game of the Year. And you know who wasn't too thrilled about that?
Hey yo, so the Game Awards
He's back! He's back!
just ended and Elden Ring took Game of the Year, and
You can see it in his face, he is still so salty about it.
I'm gonna say this right now. I don't know how a game that didn't have any memorable characters that anybody could bond with.
Must extinguish thy flame. I command thee. You are maidenless.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola.
The only thing this game had was difficulty, and if you add an easy mode, half the player base would disappear, but okay, whatever, yeah, that's Game of the Year.
Oh my god, dude, he's so butthurt. Why are you so butthurt about it?
The further we get down the years, it's just not gonna be what people are expecting. It's not gonna continue that same energy, bro, but hey.
You made this prediction like 10 months ago when it came out, and you were wrong as shit, dog. You were so wrong.
No Game of the Year, no real champion, just bare minimum. When real next-gen games come out, you'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody will even talk about this game. Ever even mention it when we talk about the greats of this generation.
Elden Ring!
That is a fact when the next generation cycle is said and done. Don't forget it, and remember I said it on this day.
I'll take things that aged poorly for 500.
Let's see what happens in 2023. How many of these Souls players will still be playing that game? Probably fucking zero, but okay, let's play the game.
Yeah, it was Game of the Year this year, but what about 2023, huh? What about next year? Is it gonna be Game of the Year then?
And you know what? Take your victory laps, have your fun.
Take your victory laps, baby. We got the W. We got it. Look at that. That's the freshest dub ever.
Whatever, Elden Ring Game of the Year, but we all know what happened, man. It ain't really a Game of the Year.
It ain't really a Game of the Year. It was, but it ain't really.
Nobody's gonna be playing that game. Bro, the game has already lost traction. It's already losing players.
Well, at least you stopped telling people to kill themselves. Let's hear more of Mr. TV's reactions to the Game Awards.
Now, as far as Game Awards and all that other stuff, I've had a lot of fun trolling a lot of the Elden Ring players. I think for me, it's been a very fun experience, I would say.
Has it?
You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right?
It has been pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't fun for a bit, but it is now.
The biggest thing is just how easily they offend. They kind of make it easy to farm them for views, and I can say that shamelessly because they shamelessly attack other people that don't want to play the trial and error simulator that is their Game of the Year, which is fantastic, but it kind of leads me into like, the Game Awards kind of was rigged.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, we all know the true winner was
My Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton.
It was either going to be Dad of War or Elden Ring, because those are the two most popular games right now. And And the thing that held God of War back is it just didn't launch as early as Elden Ring to move as many units, to pick up as much press or whatever. And
wasn't God of War Ragnarok like one of the fastest selling PlayStation games ever made? Yeah, it was.
I was pretty much like, yo, this game kind of sucks, I fucking hate it kind of thing. And then I saw the responses I was getting on my initial review. A lot of the people that were attacking were a lot of the socially awkward weirdos.
Look at all these socially awkward weirdos that like Elden Ring and attacking me because they don't have social skills.
They have no family, no friends, no life.
I'm never gonna like the game because I think, frankly, it would not have killed the developers to have respect for new players. Like, it takes 2 seconds to add a difficulty toggle.
It takes 2 seconds to add a difficulty toggle. You don't have to retool every encounter and just lower the numbers. That's it.
Somebody who has an easier life, who doesn't maybe have so much bullshit to deal with, they're not gonna care. They're gonna be, oh gosh, you're giving me a challenge? I live a boring life. Fantastic.
My life is so boring. If only fate would come along and fuck me in the ass.
With the Elden Ring gamers that like try to troll or whatever from time to time, and from me, I am an adult and I do have responsibilities outside of YouTube and outside of video games and all this other stuff. So people, when they hear that, they just, sometimes when they don't have those things, it's a disconnect for them. They're like, what do you mean you're busy with other stuff?
He's still basically reiterating the, if you like this game, you probably have no family, no friends, no life. He's still saying the same shit, dude.
So I think that's the first problem. The second problem with Elden Ring, I think, is the graphics.
Oh shit, here we go again.
The graphics are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit.
In the beginning, like when I first started Elden Ring and I was playing it, and I was like, man, this game kind of sucks. And then once I saw it was a bunch of 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds, like, oh, get good, scrub. I was like, okay, I see what this is. This is a bunch of kids living with their parents. This is what they do to challenge themselves outside of taking out the trash.
Bro just can't stop. Just stop throwing shade.
Stop it.
You guys will see. It'll be very fun for me next year. More TVs. You guys helped us fund Quantum TV by literally just trolling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this video about the Game Awards or how much money you make?
Everybody who has been coming on and who have been ratioing, it's like, you've really done nothing but like literally just put money in my pocket, bro, like all day.
I can't watch anymore.
When GTA 6 was announced, female pro tag, hard pass. Sorry, the woke crowd ruined it by shoving it down our throats for the past few years. Bye. Okay, it's like, yeah, you can make fun of woke stuff. It does get annoying and tiresome, but that fucking Millennia article is kind of right sometimes. Like dumbasses just don't like female protagonists for whatever reason. I don't get it. Dude, calling everything sexist is just as cringe as calling everything woke. Can we agree on that? Like, can we at least try to have some like reasonable common sense?
No.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet criticism makes money.
There are still a large number of people that are shitting on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the Nintendo Switch in general. Yeah, I know, believe it or not, pretty crazy that they're milking the hell out of shitting on Nintendo. But hey, content's content.
Content's content. Yeah, it's YouTube, man. Something bad? Hey, look, that thing's bad. Here's my video on it. Something's awesome? Hey, that thing's awesome. Here's my video on it. Yeah, we make videos.
These experts, these social media influencers, these YouTubers, they have no merit. They have no ground.
No merit, no ground. I showed the gameplay of Scarlet and Violet. I think it speaks for itself. That's my merit. I've played Pokemon since Red and Blue, literally since the 90s.
There are people who've gone out and played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet after knowing it was a massive glitchy mess, knowingly paid $60 for this game, and then turned around and spent hours on a review just to shit on it. They weren't sent a pre-copy. They weren't sent a copy ahead of time.
People that get pre-copies don't shit on games like that. What? So you're upset that people are making bad reviews of a game like a month or two after it came out? Well, genius. Not everybody shits out a video in one day, okay? Sometimes it takes time. Maybe I don't want to play the game right away. Maybe a buddy convinces me.
They weren't sent a pre-copy. They weren't sent a copy ahead of time. They didn't buy the game, play it day one, and make a review, and it was out within the first week.
What does the timing have to do with anything? Of course people are going to be negative. It's the internet.
These are individuals who will literally go out and buy the game just to make content on it because it's trendy.
Why is it trendy? Is it because the game looks like this? Because That might be a good reason.
When they do these videos on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch and just shit all over it, say, oh, it's so underpowered, it's so garbage, it's so junk. It makes me think to myself, well, now, you know, this isn't a day one thing, so why are you doing this?
Remember, fellas, you can only criticize a game if you played it day one and reviewed it in one day. Bro, it's like I bought the game, I didn't play it for a bit, and then I played it, and then I was like, oh, this is really bad. So I made a video on it. It ain't that deep.
What do you gain by spending $60 on a game a month later after the game is released? Well, you gain views, you gain content. Why would you make a video, a review? Why would you give a company $60 of your hard-earned money? Why would you spend $250 to $300 on a game console when you know, one, it's extremely underpowered?
Why would I spend money on a game console? Because I bought it 5 years ago.
You've had plenty of time in advance to know about the exact product you're purchasing. You still do it all. You do all of it. And then you turn around and spend hours on a review just to shit all over.
Why did I spend money on a game to review it? Because I'm not gonna steal it. Well, folks, it's been an interesting year, hasn't it? We've seen a lot of great video games and a lot of bad hot takes. That's about all I can handle right now. I'm gonna go get some bleach and pour it into my eyes now. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ACT News. I'm your host, the Reporter Man, and today I ask the important questions. Are you giving your child digital heroin?
I don't know why anyone would have Fortnite in their home, because it is like giving a child heroin.
Do you or a loved one suffer from gaming disorder?
The World Health Organization recognized a condition known as gaming disorder.
And does the new Call of Duty actually allow you
to be a terrorist and kill people?
That's right, folks. Our top story of the day is on the dangers of gaming.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most interesting news reports on video games. I've done this before in videos like the War Against Video Games and others, but those were more documentary style. This is not. We are going bottom of the barrel, the craziest, most out-of-touch news reports I've ever seen. I feel like it's always interesting to see what mainstream media has to say about video games and what they've had to say about them over the years. Is Fortnite too addictive? How many games put your kids at risk of pedophiles? There's a lot of fun questions for us to answer.
Now, when I first launched my investigation, it was a slow news day. And on slow news days, the only thing the news does is fearmonger. But what was I going to fearmonger today? Naturally, it was video games. They're too violent, too sexual. They increase aggressive behavior in adolescents.
Players commit gruesome acts like these using top-of-the-line graphics in stunningly realistic detail.
But where to begin my investigation? Well, I think I found just the right place to start.
The Missouri Internet Crimes Task Force says adults are now using systems like Nintendo Wii, Xbox, PlayStation, and webcams to talk to children inappropriately.
That's right. This is the game, and you actually create your own character, house, and even town. And when connected to the internet, you can talk to people across the country. And kids have no say as to what some of these characters say to them. For example, this character could be the man in California police are warning about tonight that asked for images from Missouri children.
Poor timer? Could be. It could be the video, or it could be the fucking goose on the left. Could also be her.
And kids have no say as to what some of these characters might say to them. For example, this could be the man police are warning about tonight who asked for pictures from Cyrodiil children.
I cannot come up with any legitimate reason that an adult would be playing that particular game.
No reason. No reason for an adult to play Animal Crossing. Only bad reasons.
Anderson says adults playing Animal Crossing, similar games, are likely doing it for the wrong reasons.
Crime alert. We abuse.
Anderson says it is going to take parents paying attention to keep this problem from exploding.
What you'll find in a lot lot of these news reports from like the early mid-2000s, like the news tries to frame the most innocuous of things as a problem, when really all it comes back to is just parents knowing what the fuck their kids are doing.
Now, right now, we know that only 3 children have been reported as being involved in this. Anderson says this is not a reason to be paranoid, but is something to be aware of.
While it's not a reason to be paranoid, we are still going to produce a news segment to try and invoke those feelings of paranoia within you. Sponsor time. This is either the best decision I've made or the worst. Well, if it is, Chief, I'll still be able to buy a pair of the Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Raycon's earbuds go for half the price of other premium brands, but they sacrifice none of the quality and sound just as good, if not better. And with over 50,000 5-star reviews, it seems the people have spoken on their quality. They come with optimized gel tips that fit perfectly within your ear, snug as a bug in a rug. And with over 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, they're perfect for long road trips, vacations, and my personal favorite, going on runs. And if your parent, sibling, or significant other is yapping your head off about how you play video games 8 hours a day, well, just turn on the noise isolation feature, and you'll tune out all of that garbage. I like to put in the everyday earbuds when I'm doing chores around the house, or if I just want to listen to an awesome podcast. And the carrying case is so compact that you can take it anywhere. But it only gets better because if you go to buyraycon.com/actman, I'll give you 15% off your entire order. That's right, click the link in the description and the pinned comment. Order yourself a pair of the everyday earbuds today. And thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring this video.
And that was something completely different.
Kids can't put it down.
It has lots of graphics.
I tell you, the clips they choose are always the fucking funniest.
It has lots of graphics.
It has lots of graphics.
No wonder gaming gurus predict
Nintendo DS is going to redefine portable handheld gaming the way iPod is redefining music.
Well, stop the music. Because it's also redefining how vulnerable your kids are to child molesters.
God! How? Explain to me how you arrived at this point.
Along with the game capability, Nintendo DS comes with a feature called PictoChat.
PictoChat? PictoChat?
Well, let me explain. You open the DS unit, you turn it on, you push PictoChat, and your DS unit is an open book. Anyone can write your child messages, send them sketches, anyone who has a DS unit.
The only reason anybody ever used PictoChat was to draw penises and send them to your siblings as you both giggled in separate rooms. Any other use of PictoChat was illegal.
Here's an example of what can happen. With Mary and Marissa upstairs in the bedroom, I was downstairs sending them messages. What's your dog's name? What's your name? Where do you go to school? Where do you live?
Fucking creep.
Where do you live?
In this house, messaging
very long times. Marissa's mom was watching as Melanie and Marissa answered my question. She didn't like what she saw.
Just one left long, opens up a crest.
Granted, the girls knew it was me sending messages, but they'd only met me minutes before.
And I could have been a child molester.
And remember Marissa chatting with her friend in the other car? That means a right to very long tightens 3 in the back seat and start sending messages while you're in the front seat.
Opens 6 on the crest. Into 1 left. 50 over crest.
I'm like trying to join PictoChat lobbies.
6 left of the crest. 40. 5 left of the crest. 50.
Well, a Colorado family is looking for answers tonight after they say the Nintendo gaming system they bought for their 5-year-old had porn loaded onto it.
Crest and 4 right. Opens 60. 4 right. Opens 50. 4 left. 4 crest. 50.
That excitement turned into horror.
3 right on the crest. Tightens 2.
Pornographic pictures on the gaming system.
Opens.
I'm so confused.
6 long of a crest. Opens 6 long of a crest. Score 80 to an unseen happy left. Opens long of a crest. 30. 5 left on the crest. Opens 30. 6 left of a crest. 40. Keep right of a double crest into 4. Tightens very long. Opens 130. Turn 6 right long, slow 60 downhill, turn open end right.
Santa. The gift was from Santa. A DS with porn on it.
Keep left
so
of
not only
crest,
did this kid experience some traumatic shit, but he probably hates Santa now.
Keep left of crest, 40, left of crest, into 5 right, and 5 left long, to crest, and 3 right long tightens, 60, downhill, 5 right to the crest, into 4 left, opens 60, 6 left, strokes 150.
I'm so ready.
ABC 15 investigator Joe Busey takes us into a fake world.
Double crest and jump and keep left of 40, crest and 6 right, into 5 left, into 5 right to the crest, into don't cut 6 left, and 5 right, opens of a crest at 50, engine light is off, take it easy, crest and 4 right to the crest, tightens 30, 4 left of a crest,
Can act like someone much older, catching shark.
It's worth £1,000.
Oh man, this has not aged well. Looks like these stock
opens and tightens, into 5 left of the crest, into 4 right, 4 left, opens of a crest at 40,
You may be thinking, who cares? Just face the points
left of a jump, 40 of a finish, 3 right tightens narrow.
And I told everybody, all the relatives, give me cash.
Grandmother Claire Kephart says Timmy received and spent $140 real to buy virtual swords and armor.
What an awesome grandma. Give him cash so he can pay his membership fee in RuneScape. What a G.
Attorney General Terry Goddard has another concern.
They brought in an attorney general on this story.
The sinister part of it, people in the adults sending the 11-year-old to another site is the adults sending 11-year-olds to personal contact.
Okay, so funny story. This one time, me and my brother met someone on RuneScape, and we asked them if they knew where our elementary school was, and we agreed to meet them. And I was in the 3rd grade, my brother was in 6th grade, and we left a note at home saying we're going to meet this person we met online. We're going to Ben Franklin. We left that for our parents. We were about to leave, and my stepmom came running down the door, so like, you are not going there, like freaking out, and I couldn't understand why because I was so innocent at the time.
Last year, a Dutch court took virtual crime seriously, prosecuting 2 teens for stealing imaginary items on RuneScape.
There was a court case for that? Oh my god. Let's move on.
So you can see right here, I'm getting ready to serve. All I do is throw that ball up in the air, and I'm like, oh, and there goes the tennis racket.
Oh my god, dude. So many TVs and mirrors and controllers were broken during the Wii times. I remember we got that the day the Wii came out, and we threw that fucking remote so quickly. I'm surprised we didn't break anything.
I didn't have it on now. Make sure that your accessories are definitely latched on all the way. That's not a good idea. And by the way, the little mirrors, do you like that?
You like that?
The little mirrors, do you like that?
And now we're going back to the 90s. Pokemon was really starting to take off. Pokemania.
Be forewarned if you haven't done already, the hottest thing in the 12 and under set is coming soon to a theater near you. Pokemon the movie, Joe.
Fuck yeah, I went and saw that movie in theaters, man. I still got my ancient Mew cards. Let me go find them. Whoa, check that out. That was the sweetest thing in the world to me as a kid. Check out that sick holographic.
So what exactly is a Pokemon? Cute, cuddly characters who become supercharged so they can fight their enemies. But some experts say the entire Pokemon phenomenon is the enemy. But some experts say the entire Pokemon phenomenon is the enemy.
In my opinion, parents should not let their kids watch Pokemon, play Pokemon, buy Pokemon cards, have anything whatsoever to do with Pokemon.
If that was my mother, I would have hated life as a child. Seeing all my buddies playing Pokemon and like my mom is the only one that's like, nope, you can't. It's dangerous, violent.
The
because the message is violence.
The message in Pokemon is violence. Wait till Call of Duty comes out.
But many parents disagree.
It's really, I think, an okay thing for the kids because they learn to save their allowance, to budget for it, and they learn to trade and be kind of reasonable with their friends.
Finally, a parent that talks some sense. I almost feel like this Soul Report was the inspiration for the Chim Pokemon episode of South Park.
The American government lies to you. Join the movement charities to educate the world. More to come.
Like, their satire was spot on.
Many school officials think the craze has gone too far.
Am I the only one who misses Fat Pikachu? Write in the comments if you miss Fat Pikachu.
School officials are finding that Pokemon cards are responsible for fistfights, and the constant trading is not only distracting kids from classwork, but turning the playground into a black market.
Blasters to the lunch money. I feel like back in the 90s and early 2000s, all of these music words, it was like fear-mongering around children. Because it was still like somewhat new to parents, and they didn't know what to think of it, and the news was right there to be like, hey, this is how video games and Pokemon are fucking up your child.
But that psychiatrist who had that quote last, that how bad Pokemon is, I guarantee you these people haven't seen any of the cartoons at all. They have no concept of it.
This fucking guy, I love this guy. Psychiatrists don't know a goddamn thing.
Arrow, how do you answer the question? Is this just toy collectibles? Is it a movement? Is it a craze? Is it
It's a craze for little kids to enjoy themselves with. Adults are not going to get into this a lot. I think through the holidays, guaranteed, and I can probably guarantee you there's another year and a half to this craze. It hasn't even peaked yet.
It appears it lasted a good 24 years and is still going strong, actually. What else we got?
Pokemon Pandemonium. As the map-based game explodes in popularity, players are flooding into public spaces, creating some problems. Jenny Latimer discovered a memorial plaque for her son.
Angels on a